Leave me alone. I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Leave me alone. Please.
Just talk to me for 2 minutes and I'll leave you alone.
Oh, God. It's too damn early for this shit. Leave me alone.
Ma'am, if you need help, shoot me a DM.
Leave me alone. I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Leave me alone. Please.
Just talk to me for 2 minutes and I'll leave you alone.
Oh, God. It's too damn early for this shit. Leave me alone.
How do you dress like this? What are you a prostitute?
Oh my gosh, you weren't asked. Look at that. She had to say leave me alone like what, 6 times this person counted? This guy was not asked what he thought, Mr. Perry, and nor are you. This is Cynthia Ortiz. These are the Charles Perry Stalker Podcast. It is January 22. I'm sorry, it is January 6th, 2022. We do the disclaimer, use allegedly. Nobody's been found guilty in a court of law yet. Apply the but-for standard and the reasonable person standard. But for Mr. Perry's harassment and stalking and bothering and harassing and stalking and telling me what he thinks when he's been told, I don't care. Leave me the fuck alone. You're exactly like that guy. I didn't ask you what you think. He's typing in my phone this morning. I'm well. It's well. I'm well. I'm doing well. I'm fine. Oh my gosh. What do I have to do to get across to you? Didn't ask you what you think. Don't care. Get the fuck out of my phone. Quit hacking. Quit peeping. You need to go work, sir. You need the alibi. You know what? I know a lot of guys in power. They're working right now. They don't have time to sit around and do what a 1-year-old little girl can do. Watch TV, pretend that's your life, and play with dolls and unicorns. Go fucking work. Shut up and get out of my life. But for you doing that, hacking me and typing in my phone, Mr. Perry, we wouldn't do these. Your little threats. Your little asking me, is it Joyce telling on me? 1 minute, he's asking me who told on him. Is it Joyce? Is it Z? Is it Al? Is it Kim? Is it Jim? All these people, I don't know who the fuck they are. Is it Ty? I know 20 Ties. I know like 5 Kims. I know like 5 Jims. I don't know which one you're talking about. And I don't care. Don't know who the fuck Al is. Don't know who the fuck Joyce is. I hear Desiree's name coming up in conversations that are recorded by police. I hear Calvin's name coming up in recordings that are recorded by police. I hear Blankenship name coming up in recording. Okay, so again, Mr. Perry, just like Neil here, you look to as ridiculous as he does to the rest of the world. I think well doesn't mean what you think that word means, sir. I don't care how you feel. I don't care what you think. I don't care what you want. I did not ask you. What did I ask you to do 800 times a day? Leave me the fuck alone. I'm not a special ed teacher. God did not gift me with that kind of patience. Go find one to help you understand what the words leave me alone means and what I'm doing well means. Didn't ask you and I don't care. I don't know how many different ways I need to say to you. I'm not told who leaks are. I'm not told that. Mr. Perry, write it down. Do you have Alzheimer's? Because I've said this over and over and over and over. I've worked with doctors and elected officials all my life. I do not have patience for having to repeat. I wasn't gifted with special education teacher skills. I don't even know how to deal with it. Everybody has their strengths and weaknesses. That's my weakness. I don't have patience for your stupid. I don't. You're very slow. It's very irritating to me. I don't like you. I'm not told who your leaks are, nor do I care. I'm not told that. I don't know who the fuck Joyce is. I don't know who the fuck any of these people are, Mr. Perry. Jim is what? Dave's attorney? That's the only Jim I know that I think you know. If you know other Jims that I know, it's shocking the hell out of me. You're not supposed to. You shouldn't. Unless you're a stalker, you wouldn't. Same thing with Kim. I know about 5 Kims, none of which you should know. Leave me the fuck alone. Understand the words said to you. I don't want to hear from you at all. You ever heard that? You have the right to shut the fuck up. Any stupid thing you say and do can and will be used against you in a court of law. It already is. You have the right to an attorney. If you can't afford one, I'm sure they'll find the dumbest fuck they've got just for you. Go through your fucking attorney. Don't talk to me. I don't want to hear it. You have something you want to say? Go through your fucking attorney, Mr. Perry. You're this guy.
I'm serious.
Sir, please leave.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone.
All you want.
I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Leave me alone. Please.
Just talk to me for 2 minutes and I'll leave you alone.
Oh my God. It's too damn early for this shit. Leave me alone.
She's counting how many times this girl had to repeat herself, Mr. Perry, because people don't like having to repeat themselves. Why do you think I'm not the only one that complains about it? She's bringing that out. This person, or he, whoever did this, Mr. Perry, is a member of the public who saw what she's going through. The same thing you're putting me through. Shut up. Shut up. They're counting how many different times this girl had to say, leave me alone. Stop contacting me. Quit hacking me. I don't care how you feel. I don't care what you think. I don't care what you want. Leave me alone. No one asked Neil what he thought of her clothes. You know what what was asked of him? That he leave her alone. It's the same for you. I moved twice to get away from you and to avoid a conflict, Mr. Perry. I sued you 3 times. I've sent you a notice of appeal. We're appealing in the state case. I'm going to duly note it for the record again that you guys have had your little meetings. Can we steal her computer so she can't appeal? There can't be an appeal. We got to make sure she can't appeal. We know you want to impede appeal. It's not the first time you've done that. You've done it every time I appeal. Listen to the words. Shut the fuck up and get out. No one asked you what you want. No one asked you what you think. Nobody gives a fuck. You know what you were asked to do? Control yourself. Leave me alone. You have no date. I'm going to tell you something. When I go on a date, Mr. Perry, I'm actually in the same room with the other person. I text them. I call them. It doesn't go just one way. We text each other. We call each other. You don't have any of that. 8 years ago, I left. I left to get away from you and your drama queen act and your bullshit and this stuff like this guy. Inability to understand the words just said to you. I'm not told who tells on you. And don't fucking ask me who tells on me. Is it Joyce? And then I'm okay, I'm fine. No one cares how you're doing. I didn't ask you. What I said is leave me the fuck alone. Don't contact me again. When you contact me and you ignore my rights and wishes and you hack and peep and you cause a problem for me, you get told on and told on and told on, and there's never a date. You don't have a real love life, dumbass. You're rejected. It doesn't go both ways. You disgust me. Same as he disgusts. This is what America thinks of this guy, and they think of you. A lot of people outside your little circle of weird, they get it. You're that guy. I'm not told who your leaks are, nor do I care. Wouldn't help you if I knew. Because when you're in jail, there's no more peeping. There's no more hacking. There's no more causing one problem after another for me. You're gone. It's over. We're free. And then we can tell your other victims you're safe now. He can't hurt you anymore. Look at this.
You dress like this. What are you a prostitute? I'm serious.
Sir, please leave.
That's
6
okay. I don't care.
times.
Leave me alone.
You want.
I don't want.
6 times in the span of like a minute. It's no different. I've been saying the same thing, Mr. Perry, for years. This girl says it became routine for me to have to be followed all the fucking time. What did I say? When I go out, I look at my rear view and I gotta ditch a tail. It's routine for me. Some women, one guy got really weird about it and followed me all over fucking Tulsa. I was upset with myself that it took me 9 minutes to ditch his tail when normally it takes me like a minute. I was like, oh man, it took me longer than it should have. I should be better at this by now. It's routine for me. Most women be freaking out. They'd call 911. They'd be like, oh, Tulsa, please help me. I didn't. I came home and did my homework. It's routine for me. I'm used to it. Doesn't make it right, Mr. Perry. Being used to your criminal activity doesn't make it right. Let me explain something to you. You guys have everybody ask me if I'm a cop. I sting-upped Gene Mitchell and Travis Myers. They called it a depot. I called it a sting-up. And then when I did that, we linked you to the murder, Mr. Perry. I don't know who the fuck you think you're fooling, but you don't even know what it means to be well, because you're not well. You're not well if you think peeping and hacking and harassing and bullying is a date. And I have to ask me, who's telling on me? Who told on me? 1 minute and the next minute go, I'm well. You're not well. You're Looney Tune as they get. You are as far from well as it gets. I think that word means something different than what you think that word means, Mr. Perry. You're driving everybody fucking nuts with this stupid of yours and delusion and imposition that you are. You've made yourself an imposition, Mr. Perry. A burden. So, leave me the fuck alone, sir. Leave me the fuck alone, sir. Leave me the fuck alone, sir. I'm not told who your leaks are. I don't even care. Wouldn't help you if I had to. If I wouldn't help you if I knew. Because I don't like you. When you're in jail, you can't bother me anymore. You can't contact me after I've asked you to stop. You can't invade my privacy. You can't take my money. All that's over. You're gone. So even if I knew, I wouldn't help you. But as it turns out, like I keep saying over and over, repeating myself, I'm not told that, and I don't know who the fuck Joyce is. I don't know I know 20 ties. Which one are you talking about? The ties that I know, you shouldn't know any of those people. Why would you? You're not stalking, right? Isn't that what you've gone into court to say over and over and over? I'm not stalking her. She's just crazy. Sure, okay. Again, nobody believes you, except your little circle of weirdo. There's too much evidence to the contrary. I don't like you. Peeping is not a date, sir. It's a crime. It's a crime because it offends people when you do that. It's illegal in all 50 states, sir. You're disturbing people, so yeah, you got leaks. You're making people feel very, very uncomfortable with what you're doing to me. They're feeling very, very disturbed by what you're doing to me. They're feeling very sick of their stomach. So you got leaks. I promise you do. And you're not well. But when you contact me, you get told on more. You got caught yesterday talking to some guy about getting into my apartment, my home, my private place, my safe place, to take my computer so I can't appeal. He was like, yeah, I don't think so. He said no, didn't he? Called somebody else, didn't you? What part of leave me alone do you not understand? What part of no don't you get? You're just like him.
Pray for this. Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Leave me alone. Please.
Just talk to me for 2 minutes and I'll leave you alone.
Oh, God. It's too damn early for this shit. Leave me alone.
How do you dress like this? What are you in your closet?
No one asked him.
I'm serious.
Sir, please leave.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone.
What does that say, Mr. Perry? Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me the fuck alone. Shut the hell up. No one asked you what you think. No one asked you how you feel. No one asked you what you want. Shut the fuck up and leave me alone. Right now, you have a very big legal problem, criminal. Or you wouldn't ask me who told. Is it Joyce? Who the fuck is Joyce? Is it Ty? I know 20 Ties, none of which you should know. Is it Kim? I know 5 Kims, none of which you should know. Is it Jim? I know 5 Jims, 4 of which you shouldn't know. Are you referring to David's attorney? You think David's attorney's a leak? Why don't you talk to him about that? I'm not told who your leaks are, and no, you're not well. When I go on a date, sir, I don't have to be bullied into it. I'm with somebody that I want to be with on a date. They're in the same room with me. We text each other. We call each other. It goes both ways. I'm in the same room with them. I'll touch them. You'll never have that, ever. 8 years ago, I left. You're pathetic. Your delusion is making everybody sick at their stomach. Get a grip on reality. I don't like you. You'll never have a date with me, sir. Ever. You will never have a date with me, sir. You make all my skin crawl. You're disgusting. And what you're doing to me, Mr. Perry, is disgusting other people. So, yeah, you got leaks. You're making everybody uncomfortable. Everybody's creeped out by you. Everybody's disgusted with you. So, yeah, you have leaks. Leave me the fuck alone. One time, I worked in medical with surgeons. I worked with elected officials, Mr. Perry. Everybody got it the first time I said it. There's 40 cops helping me right now. I don't even have to finish my sentences with them. Why can't you get it the first time it's said? I wasn't cut out to be a special education teacher. I wasn't cut out to be an elder care doctor to deal with your Alzheimer's. That everybody has to say the same thing over and over and over for you. I'm not told who your leaks are. 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 I don't know who the leaks are. I'm not told, Mr. Perry, who your leaks are. Mr. Perry, no one tells me that. I don't care. Mr. Perry, that's not even relevant. What's relevant is you upset somebody enough they told on you. Mr. Perry, listen to the words said to you and understand the words, sir, like a man your age. Like a man your age. Where's your wife, Jackie, when you bother me? Where's your wife, Jackie? Where's your kids, Matthew and Jordan, when you're bothering me? You need an alibi. How many times have I repeated myself saying that? I've worked with surgeons, Mr. Perry. Never once did I have to repeat myself. They got it the first time. I don't know what the hell your problem is. I said don't contact me. I said leave me alone. I've been saying it since 2014. Leave me the fuck alone. So also because you wouldn't leave me the fuck alone, our guys call me. They're like, we got this Calvin guy, again, yelling and screaming. She was supposed to be in jail and not able to talk. She was supposed to be in jail and not able to talk. I think I bought an arrest. I can't get her to mind. If she's not going to mind, I'm going to cut up her credit cards. Who are you, Calvin? Who the fuck are you? I don't even know you. So no, I'm not going to mind you. You are not invited into my life. I don't know who the fuck you are, Calvin. I don't know who you are. What I know is you're contending with 40 police officers who got really pissed off that you said that. Pissed off enough to play me the recording. And now I know your name. I'm not in jail and I know your name, Calvin. Who has the kind of power to get me that information? I don't have it. I don't have it. So who does? When Perry contacts me, when he causes a problem for me, when he causes a hardship or a loss for me, when he causes drama for me or a crisis, I gotta drop everything I'm doing and handle it. And let me tell you something. Everything is a fucking mess. Everything is a fucking fiasco. Nothing goes smooth. Things that Perry shouldn't know I'm doing. He'll find a way to fuck it all up. What should take 10 minutes takes hours. Because I start doing it and he'll fuck something up, so I gotta fix that and then I can finish it. When you do that, then we get information like Calvin said, she was supposed to be in jail and not out, allowed to talk about what we're doing. That's illegal. Right? Okay, but somebody got that to me, Calvin. I'm not doing that by myself. That's who you're contending with, sir. I'm bait, Mr. Perry. I was bait. Always bait. You can, I guess you guys have done this before. We've not had one with this kind of longevity. Bully people. Bully, bully, bully. RICO violation after RICO violation after RICO violation, Mr. Perry. You're pathetic. So, Calvin, you have Perry to thank for us getting what you just said. If that makes you uncomfortable, you take it up with him. He provoked. He pissed off my guys. He was told to leave me the fuck alone, not sit there and tell me what he thinks, or type people's names in my phone he thinks might be a leak. I'm not told who your leaks are, Charles. I don't know. Don't care. Didn't ask you what you think. I don't care how you feel. What I said is leave me the fuck alone. And I'm not a special education teacher, so I can't help you understand words that we all learned in daycare. We learned it in daycare, Charles. What leave me alone means. What's wrong with you? Leave me the fuck alone. You're not well, sir. Or you'd leave me the fuck alone and then you wouldn't need a cover-up, would you? Would you? You wouldn't need one, Mr. Perry, and you do. Leave me the fuck alone. Leave me the hell alone. Shut the hell up and leave me get out of my life and leave me alone. The more you fuck with me, the more you get caught. A 6-year-old can get the cause and effect, Mr. Perry. I'm not a special ed teacher. I can't help you with this. When you mess with me, you get told on. When you mess with me, you get told on. When you mess with me, you don't get a date. You get told on. When you mess with me, you get told on. Anybody can spot that pattern. McNamara email was the first. It's been that way every day. It's not legal, but I'm going to have her car towed and sold before she figures that out. And when you were telling Terry, We told you to tell her to put her registration in the glove compartment, didn't you? And he goes, yeah, I actually did. That's probably why she didn't do it. Over and over, you're caught. You wanted my computer stolen right out of my house? You guys were asking, does she have renter's insurance? Can she go buy a new one? We can't have her appeal. Recording after recording. Calvin, you have Charles to thank for that, because what he was told to do is leave me the fuck alone. When he contacts me, when he causes a problem for me, when it causes a hardship for me, when he causes any kind of loss for me at all, we get more information. Like you saying she's supposed to be in jail and not able to tell on us. That's your fault. You and Charles go work that out. When you have a drug sting up, Mr. Perry, you got a narc police officer undercover, you should watch Breaking Bad. They can sell, a drug dealer can sell to 100 people and have no problem at all. Everything's fine. But the second they sell to the undercover cop, their life blows up. You've done this to how many people? And they just cower and do what you want? But it didn't work out this way, did it this time, Calvin? Why is that? I'm the bait, Calvin. What you have to contend with are the 40 guys that get me what you just said. I'm just bait. That's it. I'm just the bait. Got a fisherman fishing on the side of a dock, and a shark comes up and starts gnawing on his bait. Then another guy can go in behind and harpoon that thing, right? That's what this is. I'm the bait. While you're fucking around with me, they're going behind and getting everything you're trying to do, everything you say behind my back. I'm going to take her money. I'm going to cut up her credit card. We got to get her back out on that pool. Right? Mr. Perry, shut up. No one asked you what you think. Mr. Perry, shut the fuck up. No one asked you what you think. Mr. Perry, no one cares what you think. Mr. Perry, you're not well. You're not well. I'm sorry that you're delusional. I think that word doesn't mean what you think that word means, Mr. Perry. I don't know who Joyce is. I'm not told who your leaks are, but you do have them. Here's what's important, Mr. Perry. You're disturbing people so badly. You're making people sick at their stomach. You're creeping everybody out because you're weirdo. And so, yeah, you have leaks. Normal people don't like it when one person hurts another, Mr. Perry and Calvin. Calvin, I don't know you. I have no idea who the fuck you are. I have no idea who you are. Not a clue. Don't care. I didn't come up here to pick a fight with you, but you've picked one with me. When you picked one with me, you picked a one with 40 officers who can do this. You see that, Calvin? They got that to me when I was illegally detained by Weird Charles. The first time. He's trying to do it again. He's running for election. But I've got a gazillion, bazillion emails to LPDO, Mr. Perry, about you're trying to do a false arrest. And everybody knows that. He's, they recorded somebody the other night. Last night, I think it was. Last night said, I'm going to tell you what Charles is doing. He's got to run for office again. And he wants to run around like holier than thou, prancing around campaigning, and then go home and watch Cynthia on his computer. He's going to peep on. Didn't you hack the jail? We heard you hacked the jail cameras. Did you? He wants to sit around on his fat, lazy ass and watch her suffer. He gets off on that kind of thing. Then go around prancing around like he's a holier than thou. I think we're all kind of sick of it. Do you know there's people that won't take your phone calls anymore? Because they're sick of you. They know you're lying. They know you're full of shit. They don't like what you're doing, and they're sick of you, Mr. Perry. Calvin, you want to fight with guys that can get that to me? And when I was illegally incarcerated the first time, what was that you were saying? She was supposed to be in jail and not able to talk about what we're doing, about what we just did. She's not supposed to be able to file an appeal. We all wanted her false arrested again. We paid for that. Who'd you pay, Calvin? I'm the bait, Calvin. I don't know who the fuck you are, so you're not going to get me to mind, because you're not supposed to be in my life. I don't know you. I didn't invite you into my life. You got to contend with guys that can do that. What else was in that book, Charles? What else was in that book? So, I mean, I don't know how many different ways I need to say the same fucking thing. I am not gifted in being a special education teacher or an elder care physician who has to deal with Alzheimer's. You know what I'm used to dealing with, Mr. Perry? Highly intelligent, very, very busy men who are very successful and don't have time to do the shit you do. Do you think Ted Cruz is sitting around acting like a 1-year-old little girl watching TV pretending with his little doll? Do you think that's what he's doing? I sat with him at a luncheon, him and his staffer. They told me what his day looks like. It's insane. You couldn't keep up if you had to. And he's got some power. You don't really have any. You're a little podunk nobody. You're up on a high horse. You think everybody owes you something. Walking around with your hand out. I'm going to shit all over you. Then I'm going to come with my hand out. Wait, can you tell me who told on me? Ooh, here's my little handout. I want you to tell me who told on me. Whiny, whiny, whiny. Wow. Ugh. Gross. Jesus. What in the fuck? What in the fuck is wrong with you? You're not well. You are as far from well as it gets. I think that word does not mean what you think that word means. And I don't know who the fuck Joyce is. Never heard of her. I heard of Calvin. I heard Calvin's pissed off that I'm not in jail and I'm still talking. And I won't mind him. I don't know you, Calvin. What I know, Calvin, is I lived in Vegas. You know, there's some mafia still in Vegas. They don't act like you. They don't act like you, sir. A lot of those guys aren't cowards. They got a problem with someone, they'll go right to them and talk to them about it and work something out. They're very careful about what battles they pick. Very smart about it. Very, very smart about what battles they pick, Mr. Calvin. I have your name, and I know you said that. So, you know, keep that in mind next time you want to threaten me behind my back. I don't even know what to say to that. I don't know you. I'm not going to mind you. I have no idea who the fuck you are. No idea who the fuck you are, sir. So, Mr. Perry, I don't have the gift of special education teacher to explain things a 6-year-old knows. When you fuck with me, then you get told on. When you fuck with me, Mr. Perry, there's no date. You and I aren't going to dinner. I won't let... if you listen to the words I'm saying, I'm going to repeat myself again. I've heard every time you talked about trying to kill me. I just heard you talking about having somebody break into my apartment and get my computer. I've heard you're trying to false arrest me again. You've tried 20 different angles of that. You've tried 20 different angles of it. And you got caught every time. Ask Ringtone Richard. So, when you do that to me, Mr. Perry, there's no date. There's no chance of a date. You're a cop killer. You're a child pornographer. Use allegedly. But remember, I'm in the loop, so I know what you are. There's never going to be a date with me, Mr. Perry. I'm not ever going to let you get close enough to see if you're going to kill me with a syringe or anything else, or your little chloroform rag that you use sometimes. I'm not going to let you get that close. I'll beat the fuck out of you. We're not going to have a date. I don't call you. I don't try to see you. I've done everything I could do to get away from you and to avoid a conflict and a scandal. I didn't want to be on the news for your shit, your weirdo crap. Sex weirdo. Do you know people make fun of you? Because you can't control yourself. You can't control yourself. You don't have any power. You're pathetic. I left. You're pathetic. You don't have any power. You can't control yourself. Everyone makes fun of you behind your back because of it. They call you the Hobbit. Did you know that? You got little pet names up here. All of you are the Apple Dumpling Gang. She caught him again. Apple Dumpling Gang got caught again. You and David were Beavis and Butthead. You and Matt are Tweedledee and Tweedledum. They call you the Hobbit. Did you know they have names for you like that up here? People are weirded out by you. They don't want to be associated with somebody who's a sex weirdo and can't control themselves. They're weirded out by you. So they've made up all these names. Liz Taylor. Great, soap opera Liz Taylor's coming back up here. We got to deal with that. I have 100 things I'd rather be doing than have to deal with that bullshit. Did you know they had guys looking to see if I was wearing a wedding ring? Because you went around telling everybody we were married, and that is baloney. On what planet is that, Mr. Perry? Explain that. I would never agree to any such thing. Lucky asked me about it. Pinto asked me about it. Did you sign a wedding certificate? Fuck no, Lucky. Why the fuck would I do that? That guy's so far beneath me. He's a sex weirdo. I don't do sex weirdo. I don't do sex weirdo, Perry. You gotta be normal to ride this ride. I'm bait, bitch. I'm bait. Sexual exploitation of women and children. child pornography, starvation, violation of human rights, torture, torment, starvation of women and children. You're in a lot of trouble. That's what the bait's for. No, you're not all there. You're definitely not well. So, Calvin, just remember that. Next time when you're coming at me, somebody's going in behind you to harpoon your ass. Do you understand? I don't know who the fuck you are. I really don't. I know that I've been around Vegas Mafia. If you're Mafia, Vegas Mafia is smart enough to pick battles correctly and handle them right and go face to face and not do this behind your back. She's gonna mind me. I'm a misogynist pig. She gonna mind me. I'm gonna cut up her credit card. I'm gonna get her on that boo. Wow. I don't know who the fuck you are, Calvin. She's supposed to be in jail. So she can't talk. Was I? Let me tell you the same thing I told Perry. You have the right to shut the fuck up. Any stupid thing you say and do can and will be used in a court of law against you. It already is, Calvin. You have the right to an attorney. If you don't have one, we'll find the dumbest fuck we've got just for you. Okie doke. Be careful who you're fucking with. The guys that got me this puzzle is who you're contending with. Sir, I'm just bait. The fight is actually against them. Or I guess between you and them. They're police, Mr. Calvin. Charles, listen to the words I'm saying. I don't care what you think. You're not fine. Perry, you're not fine. You're off your nut. You're loony-toony, delusional. You have to ask me who's Joyce and who's telling on you, sir. You don't have a date. You don't have a cover-up. $25 million. Didn't cover up shit. Your crime's more uncovered than ever in your life. You're not well. You're not fine. He's typing in my computer. I'm fine. No, you're not. You don't have a date either. You don't have a real love life either. So, what is this, the stuff that you say to normal thinking people is so out there, far-fetched, weirdo. We're laughing at you, sir. We laugh at you. Do you know they've had people look to see if I'm wearing a wedding ring? We looked to see if she was wearing a wedding ring. She doesn't wear a wedding ring. They're not married. He's delusional. He's delusional. He's gone up to Oklahoma and trying to have like two separate lives, one in Lubbock and one up in a whole different life in Oklahoma that's all imaginary. He's told people they're a couple. They're not a couple. She's suing the fuck out of him. She's moved twice to get away from 4 times, actually, someone else pointed out. I moved from Lubbock to Dallas area, and then I fell in love with somebody named Fabian, or I shouldn't say fell in love. I fell in a lot of like. I feel like I needed to get to know him a lot better before I say love. I love him as a person, just as another human being. Whether it's romantic or not, you can have platonic love for someone in the way that they conduct themselves. He worked very hard, Charles. That turns women on, men who work hard. Not men who sit around doing what a 1-year-old little girl can do. So I met him, and you started butting in. Look whose name is on this puzzle. His name was Fabian. Fabian's name is on this puzzle, intersecting with the word hope. You're me. You're the butt-in. You're just a wannabe, never the wanted one. You're a child pornographer and a cop killer. You'll never be the wanted one. You sit on your fat, lazy-ass perverting around, playing with dollies and unicorns, watching TV, pretending that's your life. You'll never be the wanted one. You gotta be normal to ride this ride, sir. I'm bait. That's it. You're a job. When a detective goes in undercover and there's a drug dealer sells drugs to 100 people, it's fine until he sells it to that one guy. And then he's fucked. I'm the bait. The cops that are helping me got me this puzzle. They understood the words I said the first time I said it. Get the fuck off me, Perry. Get the fuck off me. Get the fuck off me. You're not fine and you're not well. You are making a fool of yourself, sir. Calvin, I don't know who the fuck you are. You're more than welcome to come talk to me face to face. But you don't threaten me. Do you understand? Don't threaten me. You'll find that's a big mistake. Look what everyone else does when you guys threaten. Oh, okay, we'll do what you say. What do? I get pissed off. Fuck that. Do it, I dare ya. You won't like how that turns out for you. She's supposed to be in jail so she can't talk. Yep, but I'm not, and I have your name, Calvin. And I know you said that. I know you said that. So somebody that could get me that in jail, Mr. Calvin, the first time you did the false arrest, also got your name to me. They get it from you. Somebody else is doing that. Charles, shut the hell up. Man, nobody asked you what you think. Shut the fuck up. Calvin, when you guys start getting caught more, you have Charles Perry to thank for that. When he pesters her, when he takes her money, things don't go well for us. We're seeing things happen we've not seen before. Right? Didn't one of y'all say that? Then get him off me. Get him off me. Charles, are you sick mentally? Cause and effect, bitch. When you fuck with me, you get told on. When you fuck with me, you get caught. When you fuck with me, you get told on. When you fuck with me, you get caught. Hang on. Look at that. You're still trying to do that, Calvin. Everyone knows it. Everyone has always known it. Do you see this? October 29, 2015. Who got me this, Charles? Somebody you disturbed and made uncomfortable. And they reported you. They reported you. You have the right to shut the fuck up. Any stupid thing you say or do can and will be used against you in a court of law. It already is. You have the right to an attorney. If you can't afford one, they'll get the dumbest fuck one they've got just for you. You too, you and Calvin. Go through your fucking attorney you want to talk to me. I don't care what you think, Perry. I don't care what you think. I don't care what you think. I didn't ask you. What I asked you to do is leave me the fuck alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Shut the hell up and get out of my life. When you fuck with me, you get told on. The 18th, you guys fucked with me, and your whole plan was a bust, wasn't it? The plans of the wicked will come to nothing. The plans of the wicked have come to nothing on many a time, haven't they? We're a bunch of Christians, by the way. Well, there's 40 cops and me. A lot of us are Christians. We pray over your witches. We pray God puts the curse back on them. They spoke over me, Perry. You hire a bunch of witches, we hear. That's pretty desperate if you got to hire witches to put curses on your enemies. I mean, that is the most bizarre, weird-ass thing I've ever heard in my life. But I heard you talking to one of the witches. They recorded you, Perry. And the guy told you she's made up her mind. So really, when we do this, it's not going to help anything. It's mostly going to piss her off. But if you want me to piss her off, I'll take your money. Is it working for you? We pray the curses are back on your head that you put on me. Whatever, whoever the fuck. Who gets that desperate? They hire a witch to cast a spell. I mean, oh my God. That is as weirdo as it gets. Prance around pretending you love Jesus. Right? Oh my gosh, you're a fraud as it gets. Hang on. We can't ever end a podcast without talking about Officer Neely because he's not home. And we're mad at you. All of you, Calvin. Did you have something to do with that, Calvin? Is that why you want me to shut up? Why don't you come talk to me? I'm used to Vegas style. I don't know the fuck this hillbilly we all live on Noah's Ark bullshit is you guys do over here. So, pick your battles. First of all, you got to be smart enough to pick your battles. Second of all, it works better if you just go right to the person and tell them, here's what I want. And you may not get it. You might be told, go fuck yourself. And you might have to learn to live with that. When Perry messes with me, we get more because you piss everybody off. I said, don't contact me, Charles. I said, don't contact me, Charles. I said, don't contact me, Charles. I said, I don't want to hear it. I said, shut up. Nobody asked you. So he gets up and he does it anyway. And then we get more recordings, Mr. Perry. And it's been that way since 2015, McNamara. You've never been so caught in your life. Don't tell me you're well. We don't think so. We're all laughing at you. You're not well. Pick your battles, Calvin, and come to my face. Come talk to me to my face. Don't go behind my back. She won't mind. Who the fuck are you? I won't mind. Who the fuck are you? Okay, so here's Officer Neely. This was a good interview, by the way, that we heard about. I was impressed. So this person goes, here's a picture of her son. Look at his face. He got hit 3-4 times. The beer in his hand didn't even slosh out, he said. Now, whoever it was like, I can't believe she put her son's face out there. My son Snapchatted his face, so that's part of the reason I wasn't worried about it. He Snapchatted that picture. So this was on Snapchat. This is he was in Vegas, by the way, Calvin. We're from Vegas, Calvin. We do things a little. We think by far more progressively than you, clearly. Okay, here's Officer Neely, and the guy said, here's a picture of Officer Neely. Point out for me the marks on him. That looks like he was in a fight. Here's the arrest report. Read that for me. And tell me what injuries the arrest report lists as his injuries that indicate he was in a fight. I wish to God they... See, here's where you can know I don't know who the fuck that was. Because that guy I want to take to lunch. And I wish I knew who he was asking that to. I'm not told that. They won't tell me. There's a reason. There's a strategy in it. They won't tell me. But I'll tell you what. That guy that asked those questions, we love you. We think you're... Oh my gosh, that was great. You're fucking... Yes. Thank you. And to whoever he is asking these questions of, you know... Wow, I mean, you had to be asked. So, Mr. Perry and them set up the interview with Mr. Mitchell, who was his attorney, and Travis Myers, who was the Florida State's attorney on his case. So, what they need to know is information for his case, one would think, right? They didn't ask any questions like they should have for me. Like when I'm telling him, I knew in March 2020 that Officer Neely didn't kill Chief Miller. He was drugged and he was found unconscious, right? I said that in an email to you in March. You guys didn't do depositions until May, a couple months later, where the first responders said we treated him with Narcan for drug overdose, right? And not once did they say, ask the pertinent question to their case. How did you know that? And I held that back, waiting for that question, because I'm doing a sting up right here. I'm finding out, are you on Perry's payroll? Are you gonna fuck over Mike? Because we're gonna get you. We're gonna get your ass eventually. If that's what you're gonna do. They didn't ask me. Never asked me. I'm telling them I got a text from the perpetrator asking me how I knew Mike had to be coaxed to Pensacola. This was a premeditated murder of a police officer. And the premeditated attempted murder of Officer Neely. And the fraud on his court. Mr. Perry and Mr. Calvin. Did you guys all know that now it's been pointed out more than once by more than one person? When you hear her podcast, now you know why they won't let her in court. There's too many motions filed. There's supposed to be a hearing by law. Or there should have been a hearing. There was no hearing. It's so many now I'm suspicious of a couple of judges. And if there was a hearing, she wasn't in it. But when you hear the podcast, now you know why. She's got something on these guys. And she's plenty articulate. She knows 5 attorneys against one chick with no law degree. What's the harm in letting her in there? And then they won't. But when you hear her talk, then you know why. Then you know why. That's why they won't let her in a courtroom. Not these. But you'll be in my courtroom with my guys that got me the puzzle, Mr. Perry. You can explain to that judge how you're fine. You can tell him how you feel. What you want? Poor me. I got rejected. I can't move on. I'm a weirdo. People are telling on me. I'm a victim. Oh. See if he cares. See if he cares. We don't care. We don't fucking care. You weren't asked. Why don't you comply with the law like everybody else? You need to control yourself. So you can't stop it. You're being stopped. That's what's happening. Every time you're told on. You fuck with me, you get told on. It's cause and effect. You fuck with me is the cause. You get told on, or caught, is the effect. Because we're going to do something with that somewhere, aren't we? This questioning was fantastic, whoever you are. Very intelligent questioning. So I'm asking Mitchell and Myers. I'm telling them I knew beforehand. And I'm getting harassed as a witness. And I'm getting asked questions only the killer would want to know. Blew right over that. But you know what they did ask me about? Mr. Mitchell says, I've got a bunch of emails from you. Nope, Mr. Mitchell, you have 5. I remember distinctly telling you, as I'm sending you emails with attached evidence, I don't want to bog your email down. I'm going to, instead of sending you 800 emails with attached evidence, you've got 5 now so far. Let's not make it worse than that. I'm setting up a Dropbox for you. Mr. Mitchell and Mr. Myers have a Dropbox set up in my account for them. because I didn't want to bog them down with emails, Mr. Perry. But you've sold some lie. She harasses people in emails. Am I, or are you sending emails from my account? I heard I have 200 emails I've not seen yet that people are trying to get in touch with me. She's got over 200 plus emails and texts, people trying to reach out to her and talk to her, that she's not even seen. He's a control freak. Abusive men are controlling. My friends are getting sick and tired of you telling them when they can talk to me and what they can say. You and David Robertson. Cut that the fuck out. Cut that the fuck out. This is how bizarre and far these guys have gone in their quest to just fuck with me. So I ordered some groceries online. It's been a while ago, but I ordered it online. And my guy goes, listen to this. He goes, listen to this. And they could hear one of them. I guess it was Calvin. It sounded maybe like him a little bit. Make sure she can't get deodorant. Tell the store to tell her she's out. They're out. So I get my email telling me my order's ready, but guess what's not available? Deodorant. That's how far they'll go. They can hack. They're hacking me so they can see everything I do. So my guy says, I'm gonna have that looked into. Hold off going to pick up your groceries just right now. Just hold off. They go look. He gets back to me and he goes, they got like 30 fucking deodorants. Go get it. Just go get it. Go pick up your order. Tell them to give you a minute. Go buy your fucking deodorant. They got plenty. That confirms our recording. So then I go to the store. I pick up my groceries and the lady goes, we're out of deodorant. And I go, I'm going to go look, okay? I go back. There's like fucking 30 little things of deodorant. I pick one up and I go back and I go, you got like 30 back there. And she goes, oh, I'm sorry. I'll have to talk to the shopper person that does those. They messed up. I go, oh yeah, did they? Okay. Please do that. I bought my deodorant and I left. So you guys were recorded even going that far to butt into my business, getting information you could only get from hacking me. Charles, you're not well. If you would go that far, I mean, what in the fuck? How weirdo is that? You're fucking bizarre, sir. Get the fuck out of my phone. Get the fuck. You know what my guys are? You know why they're specifically looking for that kind of thing? Harassment of my witness. The act is interfering with commerce, interfering with interstate commerce. Why the fuck would you care if I got deodorant? You didn't think I could just go back and get it? It never occurred to you I could just do that? So here's this. We went Officer Neely home because he doesn't have a mark on him. Like he wasn't in a fight. And Mitchell and Myers never asked me. They did ask me about emails. Myers is like, what do you do for a living? I'm a dancer. Are you a cop? I just said I'm a dancer. Are you a cop? Nope. And I left it at that. I'm not sworn in. I don't have to tell him shit. He's a subject right now. You tied yourself because they're asking me questions that only you would care about, Perry. It's not pertinent to Mike. How many emails I sent Gene Mitchell? I sent him 5, and I said that. I sent you 5. Because we had a conversation. I sent you 5 emails, Mr. Mitchell. They've got evidence attached to them that you're going to need to help your client. Now that's kind of, I'm gonna bog you down if I keep sending you emails with attached evidence. So what I'm gonna do instead, sir, is set you up a Dropbox, and I did. They've got it. Him and Myers are both have access to that Dropbox now, even now. You are off your fucking nut. You're not well. You don't have a date. You're not well, Perry. Your delusion smells bad. It's icked and slimed everywhere. You're making people very uncomfortable with it. Don't ask me who told on you and then say you're well. You're fucking not well, sir. You have to be normal to ride this ride. Peeping, hacking, child pornography, pestering people, bothering people, causing problems. You know, here's the thing about my shopping venture. It's not that big of a deal that they call the store and tell the store don't give her deodorant. Nobody understands exactly why they did that except just to fuck with me. Like, they heard him talking about it. Don't let her get deodorant. We're like, what the fuck? So my guy goes, I'm going to have that looked into. Don't go pick it up just yet. Wait. So about 10 minutes later, he goes, they got like 30, 40 things of deodorant. They got plenty. So when you go to the store, go get one. So I did. I paid for my groceries that were ordered online. Or picked them up. They were already paid for. And then I said, she goes, we don't have the deodorant. And I go, I'm going to go look. So I did. I went and looked, and I came back with my deodorant. And I said, there's like 30, 40 of these exactly like this back there. You got plenty. So what was the purpose of fucking with me like that? Everything that should be smooth. Because how much of my time did that take to have to deal with that? Everything's a fucking mess. Everything's a fucking problem. Everything's a big fucking ordeal. No one can have just a nice, normal, pleasant day. When Perry comes around, he fucks everything up. Everything's a headache. Everything's a problem. Everything's creepy. Everything's disturbing. Everything's making everybody sick at their stomach. Because we don't think like you, and you are not fine, sir. You're not well. You're about to go to prison. You're not getting it. You're very mentally slow. Do you see anybody going down to the special school where they do special education and asking all those individuals who have developmental disabilities, what do you think I should do with my life? What do you think, Calvin, I should do? No. I can outthink you in your sleep. I've been very, very key player in helping catch your crime. For the first time in your life, you need to fucking remember who you're talking to. Who's Joyce? You're not fine. Is it Ty? Is it Al? Is it Z? You're not fine, sir. You wouldn't have to ask me those questions. I think you're off your nut. I think you can't tell the difference between fact and fiction anymore. And I've had to say the same thing to you over and over. I'm not told who your leaks are. I'm not told who your leaks are. When you fuck with me, you get told on. When you fuck with me, you get told on because you're making everybody uncomfortable, disturbed, disgusted. So no, you're not fine. Read that, Mr. Perry, and point out for us the injuries on Officer Neely listed in this arrest report that indicate he was in a fight. Remember, he's got a needle in his right hand. A needle in it. That's going to make it red and swollen. Now, read the arrest report, Mr. Perry, and point out on his body, where the injuries are that are stated in that arrest report. Let me tell you something. You guys had 3 choices in how to react. Be dismissive and not react at all. Don't dignify what I have to say with a response. Number 2, come out and say, we're for police. Anybody can look at him and see he wasn't in a fight. He wasn't in a fight. So somebody did this to him. Let's find out who it was and let's get justice for this man. Get him home to his family. Or do exactly what you did and look guilty. And get Mitchell and Myers to ask me about a bunch of emails that have nothing to do with Mike's case. That's why they were asking me about emails. Mr. Mitchell was given 5 emails by me. And then I said to him, Mr. Mitchell, I think I called him. Mr. Mitchell, I sent you 5 emails so far with evidence attached. There's a lot more, and I don't want to bog you down with a bunch of emails, so I'm going to put a Dropbox. I'm going to put them all in a Dropbox file, and I'm going to give you the Dropbox file, okay? He said, sounds good. Because I didn't want him to get more than 5 emails, Mr. Perry. So what'd you send him? We're going to send her home, harass the fuck out of her. When she complains about it and talks about it, we're going to have her arrested for what we did. Talking about what we're doing. We don't like her telling on us, Calvin. I have your name, and I know that's what you were upset about last night. She's supposed to be in jail, not able to talk about what we're doing. That's illegal. Yeah, but I'm not, and your 18th thing that I heard took weeks to plan and put together was a bust because y'all got in my wallet. Lucky Miller told you, get your hands out of her wallet. Last time I was trying to do an appeal, didn't he? Is that why he's dead? Is that why he killed him? Myers and Mitchell didn't give a shit about the facts pertinent to their case. They were worried about all the facts pertinent to this right here, Calvin. She's telling on us. We don't like it. Pick your battles. You need to go visit those guys in Vegas, Mr. Calvin. They'll tell you, pick your battles wisely. You could not dignify it with a response and ignore me. When I started saying I think they did this, I just filed a police report about vandalism 6 days before the murder. I didn't name anybody. I said I think it's them. You know, David's employees could have been your leaks, Mr. Perry. He had them all over me. How do you know one of them wasn't leaking? I said that. Dynamic shot. David Robertson had his people all fucking over me, staying right there next to me. What if them? How do you know one of them didn't leak? Is one of them named Joyce? Or Z? Or Ty? Huh? You're not fine. You're not well, sir. You need to be in a hospital. A special place with taking a special pill. We're all having to say the same thing too much. So you could have done that. Just ignore me. Don't dignify it with a response. Or, you know, I understand why she thinks that maybe we did that. She had some vandalism. She was suing us. We were all in court at the time. And we have a police officer who's accused of murder by beatdown, but doesn't look like he was even in a fight. So I can see why she would say that. But it wasn't us. We support police. So let's find out who did that. It wasn't me. I want to prove it wasn't me. I want to prove that somebody is stalking Cynthia and using my name. And it's not. I'm not stalking her. So let's find out what's going on here. She was poisoned. Let's test her. Let's link the substance they find in her system to whoever may have given it to her. Whoever this person is sending her text using my name, threatening to kill her. I don't appreciate somebody harassing this person that was a friend of mine and helped me get elected using my name. I'm going to put a stop to it. Let's make sure it gets investigated. Nope, you obstructed justice twice. You destroyed evidence twice. Twice, evidence of being poisoned or drugged was destroyed. Mr. Neely was not tested until he got to the hospital. Chemical composition changed. He came to. Now we don't have an accurate reading on what was actually in his blood that made him be passed out. We need the blood while he's passed out to get the chemical composition of what was in his blood to determine why was he passed out. Why was he unconscious? It wasn't from being beat up. Or you can act guilty and harass me and try to subjugate. You did number 3. Act showing consciousness of guilt all over the fucking place. Let's coerce her. Let's bully her. Let's, she not going to mind me. Who the fuck are you? She's supposed to be in jail, so she can't talk. But I'm not, and I know your name. So who is it that's helping me? Because I can't do that by myself, Calvin. So, with this in closing, Mr. Perry, once again, when you fuck with me, you get told on. When you fuck with me, you get told on. When you contact me, I hate it. Makes my skin crawl. Makes me want to throw up. Peeping is disgusting. Sir, stop it. That is not romantic. It is not attractive. You're garbage. It's illegal for a reason. You're a turnoff and you're garbage. Cut that the fuck out. Your curses, we pray back on your witches and you. You're that desperate. Wow. That is insane right there. That is completely nuts. But I heard they recorded you talking to a witch. And the witch said, you can pay me, but she's already sold out. She's made up her mind. What you're going to do probably, most likely, is piss her off. And he's right. You have found at this point, when you piss me off, you get told on. When you piss me off, you get caught. When you piss me off, you get told on. When you piss me off, you get caught. A 6-year-old could have figured this out long ago, sir. You're not well, or you could have, a 6-year-old can get the cause and effect here. I didn't ask you what you think. What I asked you to do, sir, is leave me alone. Shut up. I don't care how you feel. I don't care what you think. I don't care what you want. I'm not told who your leaks are. I don't care about that either. I'm going to say this to you one last fucking time. Leave me the fuck alone. Now, any continued contact after I've said this over and over and over, you're just going to get hit with harder charges. That's your choice. Every time you fuck with me, you're choosing that. You're going to get told on, and you're getting told on, and when they're ready to arrest you, you'll get hit with some shit you'll wish you weren't hit with. Leave me the fuck alone.